Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
I'm Joey.
I'm Bree.
And I'm Chris.
We have DarkStar. Today we're going to be doing a discussion. We're not going to be watching anything. We're going to discuss a bunch of different stuff. Pre-Volume 5. We had a video like this pre-Volume 4 when we had Mike and Tim instead, and me and Joey, Bree and Chris weren't on the reactions at that point. We had a major discussion. Doesn't matter, it didn't get posted because the audio didn't get recorded and we lost the whole thing. So went ahead and watched another volume. Everybody's caught up to end of Volume 4, and now we get to have a discussion like that one. It's been long enough now, and yeah, we'll go over all sorts of different stuff. Easiest one: who is your favorite character who's still alive?
Yang.
What? You can't do that.
Cinder / Yang.
Yang!
Now, what?
No.
You got one choice.
One choice. One shot. One opportunity.
I would probably say Yang, but since Chris
Nope.
said
Nope.
Yang, I'll take
You're
Cinder.
wrong. You're false news, dude. Fake news. You're wrong.
I'll take Cinder.
Oh, Cinder. All right, Brianna.
So from now on, that's just it.
I feel like I'm put into a corner. This is not a fair question.
I don't care.
So you got to be smart. You got to be smart, Brandon. Like, all right, well, the video of PYRRHA on John's phone.
I've got PYRRHA behind you. Everybody knows you love PYRRHA. We need to know who's your favorite character that's still alive.
Still alive.
Without needing a theory to support that idea. Which we'll get into later.
Say Blake, the newer Blake, not like
The newer
older
Blake.
Blake.
It's the same
All
person.
Blake's dead.
I know, but like
The 2018 Blake, all right? Because this is all new year. This is all new Blake, all right?
very the same, but like I like I don't know, she's changed a little bit.
Sorry,
Yeah, she's
the old
not
Blake
absolutely
can't come to the
reckless.
phone right now. Why? Oh, because she's dead. This is going to be really shocking, but I'm going to go with Weiss. I know. You're mind blown.
Holy shit.
All right,
That's crazy.
anybody who's been watching us probably pretty much knows all of that anyway. But I figured we'd go ahead and clear the table. That's official. Just letting you know, Joey, this is official.
Official. You can never be a Yang fan
We
again.
can't have two
Done.
Yang.
I mean, you could change it by the end of this volume, but I'm just letting you know. This is official. You're going with Cinder. That's your favorite character.
If Yang does what I said I think she's gonna do, then I'll probably go back to Yang. But she's a little.
All right.
Never mind.
All
No,
right.
dude. No. Yang is not the
What-
girl that you can just put
what-
on the fucking sidelines.
We'll get
No.
we'll get
Shut your
there.
fucking
We'll
mouth.
get to all that stuff a little bit later. All right.
Oh,
All right.
God, dude.
Okay. Your favorite ship, potential relationship. It has to be one
You
that
said
is
ship.
what?
You said your favorite ship.
Yeah, ship.
A
What
ship.
they're called.
That's what they're called.
Like I ship character A and character B. Okay. Your favorite ship between characters that have been shown to have romantic interest in each other, like relatively explicitly.
Well, I know which ship you want me to fucking choose, and you just fuck off. Shit's not happening, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
mean,
gonna go Blake's son.
I
Like
would
some-
have to go with Nora and Ren.
I like that one too.
Want to break the current
Yeah.
tie? Bree?
Like son.
Blake's son?
Especially from the last fucking season, dude.
Yeah.
Really good.
I also said I said Blake's son as well. So 3 Blake's son over the Ren Nora. I like Ren Nora's relationship.
In the comments, yo, back me up. In the comments, fuck Tony. Back
It's
me up.
official. DarkStar supports Blake's son over
Nope.
Nora Ren. I think one of the reasons I also said that is because I think one of them's going to die by the end of the series. So, in terms of Nora Ren. All right.
True. I will definitely say that them two would be at the top of my list if one of them were not by the end of the series.
Now, Chris,
Bumblebee.
any relationship you want
Bumblebee.
whatsoever.
Bumblebee. Let's go. Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. For anybody who doesn't know what Bumblebee is, which would be crazy, you want to say the 2 characters that actually is?
Hashtag Yang and Blake. Bumblebee. Let's go.
Yang and what?
Yang and Blake.
That Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow. Bree?
Okay, if PYRRHA doesn't come back,
Ruby John. I
Ruby
think
and
that one.
John.
I was thinking that one in my head. Too.
That's what you were thinking.
I said it before you,
You
though.
interrupted me.
I said it before you.
Are you both going with Ruby John?
That is a classic fucking Joey shit right there.
I saw it. She said if she's still dead, I was like, that's fine. Fuck you.
All right. If there was gonna be a shift in sexuality, I guess if we're gonna go that direction like Bumblebee, then I would definitely be okay with Winter Rose.
I think you need to classify your same-sex one a little bit better. Winter Rose doesn't work, dude.
What? What do you mean?
Winter? That's literally Weiss's sister?
Well, that's what it's called, though. That's what the ship is called.
Oh, you
Somebody-
weren't referring to what?
No, he's
Winter?
referring to Weiss. He's referring to Weiss and Ruby.
Yeah, it's Weiss.
I was definitely thinking of Winter. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why I said it needs to be renamed.
That's why I was like, that's really weird, but okay.
Joey's like, didn't you guys
like a
just
little
talk about the
kid.
fact about, or no, it wouldn't be Joey, it would be Bree. Bree's like, didn't you guys just talk about the fact that how Tony was like, yeah, no, Winter, no, doesn't do it for me.
I know, right?
She wears pants. Nah, she's out, dude.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's all like, dude, Winter and Ruby. Oh.
I'm like, oh, maybe it's not called Winter Rose. I thought it was. What is it fucking called?
For argument's sake, I hope it's
White
not.
White Rose?
That sounds better.
No, it's Ice Flower.
Is it really?
Yeah. I swear to God, I feel like I've heard it been called Winter Rose before.
Maybe that's because somebody was legitimately talking about Winter and Ruby.
I think it might have been called Winter Rose before Winter even became a character, like before Volume 3.
Maybe.
Oh, this
They
says
changed
White.
it to
This
Ice
says
Flower.
White Rose. I don't know. Whatever. Fucking. I'm not talking about Winter. Fuck Winter. Winter is gonna end up old, alone with cats
Oh my god.
and a bunch of pants.
And a bunch of blue jeans.
That's who Winter's
Oh.
gonna be. All right. Okay, moving on. Your favorite at any point in time during the series. Your favorite outfit for any of the characters.
Her first one.
Any
Yeah.
of the seasons, to be
But
clear.
but if I had to choose to not be a bias, because that definitely is a little bit biased, but I really love her fucking outfit. I would definitely say Ruby's new outfit. I like a lot. Volume 4 outfit. I
Volume
guess I
4
should say.
Ruby outfit.
I'm gonna seem like I'm on the Blake train, but I really like Blake's new outfit. A lot.
Okay.
The short skirt Cinder. I can't remember. Has it always been like that or no? That was the original one, right?
She's got like a split dress now. Is what she
Yeah.
wears.
Yeah, she used to do
Yeah.
short
She
skirt.
used to
yeah.
have this short
Yeah,
skirt.
I would take the short skirt Cinder.
I am also gonna go Cinder. I would actually go. I like new Cinder's outfit quite a bit. I like Volume 4 Cinder's outfit with the
Like I
split
said.
dress.
Them with the short hair. Surprised
No,
you picked
that's how is her short hair part of her outfit?
Oh, okay. I mean, you were thinking it affect everything, but all right.
I like Ruby's. I like both of Ruby's outfits as well, quite a bit.
I
Weiss's,
just feel like
Weiss's
I just
new
feel like
outfit's
with
pretty good
Ruby's
too.
old outfit, it felt like the colors. It was like just like I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but it just felt like it was red black. So where this one they've got like all the buckles up the boots and shit. Like it just, I mean, it was so much more detail. It just looks so much more better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So much more better.
So much more better, dude. So much more.
Your favorite semblance. You can choose whatever definition you want. If you want to say
I
the
would-
semblance
I
I
would
would
go
rather have, or the semblance that you think's the coolest, or whatever.
I would
What's
go
your choice?
Yangs with the rage. I mean, taking the damage and then fucking going ballistic by the
Yeah, I'm
built up fucking damage.
really trying not to play fucking bias here. But it feels like every time we go to this, I'm like, yang, 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 yang. If I had to, once again, not playing bias here, I'd have to go with Crow. I like Crow's semblance.
I think Crow semblance is
Kind
pretty
of a
cool for a
curse
fight, though.
Though.
Yeah.
Well, it's a curse for everybody else. That's the point. Fuck everybody else. I'm worried
But
about me.
people you love.
That sucks to fucking suck, dude.
Another real good one's fucking what's her name? I think Emerald. Oh, dude, that hers is dope. Hers
Oh, yeah?
is dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how powerful everything can get. I think Ruby's speed would be really, really useful in a lot of scenarios, but it depends on how powerful it can get.
I'm waiting to see fucking Salem's semblance.
Yeah.
Let's go.
She has one. She looks like
Her
she's like part
semblance is
Grim.
literally creating the Grim. Oh shit.
What if she gave birth to every single Grim?
Did you say yours, Bree?
No. I think actually John's would be the most useful if it is healing. I like that.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck's the semblance?
Okay, well let's go with the one that we actually know what their semblance is.
But we kind of know.
No, we don't really know.
That's never been 100% put out there because whenever she did it, she definitely said his aura.
I don't think we know his yet.
Well, if not that, then I would like the one with the bunny who takes pictures of the weapons and then.
Okay,
Yeah, but
I
we
like
use
that
them.
one a lot.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
I
you
would
talk about Velvet.
trying to be like Chris and not be biased. I'm gonna go with Weiss's semblance, because I mean to be real, it's hard to not be biased like this because a lot of
It
times
is.
the characters, the reason why you like the character so much is because you
Because
like the various
everything about
different
them.
things about them. Exactly. So it's hard to like do that. But even looking at it, like the magnetism for PYRRHA was really dope. So like that's one, and Ruby's speed is one. But to me, what I like ice, like element type attacks and stuff like that, and that's what Weiss has. So I'm always going to want something like that. And then you add in, she's got like glyphs, the variety of the things that she can do. You could summon the things that she's beaten. Like in terms of just like overall variety, and then you add in the ice factor. I don't think, even if I didn't like Weiss so much, which I pretty much do because of the ice thing, like that puts it over the top. Like even if that wasn't the case, I still think I would go with Weiss's semblance. So I was sitting there thinking the same thing you. Like I don't want to be biased, but I don't see how there's any way if I took Weiss out of the equation and just thought objectively about random character has XYZ powers, I don't see there's any way that I would not choose Weiss's semblance if I didn't even know it was attached to her. So gotta stick with that one, even though I tried to find a different one. Who is the most underrated, under the radar character that you think is actually kind of low key, like awesome?
Not Cinder, or not Cinder, Salem.
Salem? That's fair. I feel like we haven't really talked that much about how awesome she is.
I mean,
Fuck shit.
she's gonna be OP as fuck. Like that's a really fucking good choice.
This is not necessarily in like power or anything like that. We're just talking. We're talking about in terms of like how much you like them. By the way,
Okay.
I didn't know if that was not conveyed properly.
No, it was clear to me. Because I mean, we can go back to fucking episodes of us reacting to Volume 4, and I've said it plenty of times. We're like, I love her fucking character design, like the fucking veins and shit with the white skin. Yeah, Joey, for sure. Like you watch our reactions, get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna just to give you kind of an example from my end too, that
Mine's
of like what I'm
Neptune.
talking about. Neptune. That's a fair one.
You're stealing my shit, so get that out. He's definitely underrated. Doesn't get a whole lot of screen time, and I really fucking like his character and his fucking personality.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I was gonna say Velvet. I think she's not obviously like a major character, and I really like her. I was gonna say Neo potentially, but I wouldn't say Neo because I think Neo is actually like really popular overall as a character. Didn't really get a lot of screen time or anything like that this past volume, but like there's like tons of Neo memes and stuff like that in the RWBY community and all that kind of stuff. So I think she's like overly popular. But I think
Neo is
Velvet.
very popular.
I think Velvet is kind of underrated in terms of that. I think she should be more popular than she is. Cute
Well,
bunny.
Breeze is gonna be easy. She can pick PYRRHA because PYRRHA hasn't been relevant for fucking full season now.
Thank you for giving me my answer. No, she's so relevant in my heart, so I wasn't even thinking of her. I think like Glenda, actually. Glenda's
another
the
good one.
witch, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I actually think that I would want to see more of her, and I kind of like. I think she has a lot more abilities than what we've seen, and powerful.
It's
So.
fucking dope. She rebuilt that whole fucking place like super quick.
Yeah.
Got everything back perfectly fucking right.
Yeah, and I like magic and everything like that. So
Yeah, her
see
powers
more
are.
of her.
Her semblance
Yeah,
is
she
still
seems like
really
an
weird.
actual witch to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she seems like she actually is like you have all these huntresses and hunter or whatever, and like they're all fucking doing like their semblances and their auras, and then she's like over here from like fucking Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, the very first time I ever watched RWBY, that's the first thing I thought was like that she was like a teacher from Hogwarts. Like, that's what she.
Yeah,
like.
especially when she was rebuilding the cafeteria. I was like, I feel like I'm watching a Harry Potter movie right now.
Yeah, I can get on board with that for sure. Those are good answers. I like those answers. Finally coming through in the clutch. Guys.
Don't sound so surprised, Tony.
I mean, struggled a little bit,
Disappointed
but
in
we
us.
got that one.
characters.
That was pretty
RWBY, Blake. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, out of the characters that we did not see or barely saw whatsoever in Volume 4, who are you most excited to see again? Neo, by the way, is my answer. Go ahead.
Fuck, I don't remember exactly who we didn't see a whole lot of.
PYRRHA.
I knew that was coming.
I didn't even think about that.
I
Fair
knew
enough.
that shit was coming.
Definitely excited to see her this next season.
Yeah, well, you keep fucking holding your breath on that one.
If we're being real, the answer is pretty much. And if we're just, I don't know about for Chris, but for you two, I would assume it would pretty much be Glenda and Neptune again, because if you like those characters and they weren't there pretty much at all, like I don't. Yeah, it would be anything else. I mean, you could add like Winter would be in the list. We didn't
Winter's
see
pretty
like
good. I
Real
would pick
Crow
Neptune. I would like Neptune to get a lot more fucking time on screen.
Dude, I got you.
or Real Aspen.
I got you. You ready for this? Swy. You said no lines, dude. You said no lines, bro.
I know we didn't see Zwei very much either, so fair enough.
Hi.
Either of the professors. You could include the professors.
No,
I mean, they had a scene.
Actually,
but...
I was going to say, and to be honest, I mean, the character I think is okay. I think he was the coolest. I think that there's still a lot of potential there to be had, but I'm really in love with the voice actor that does it. Same guy, voices Caboose, Joel Hammond. The fucking professor with the glasses.
Tublet.
Yeah, that guy. I like him a lot.
Coffee guy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to see more of him. So
we didn't see Adam. I don't know if anybody's an Adam fan.
Hey, I like his sword. And that's what I was gonna say. Because on any other fucking season, besides fucking Volume 4, it would have been fucking Ty. It would have been fucking Ty, dude. And I was like, God damn it, because it was like Salem, Yang, and Ty, and I was like, all three of them have been like pretty much the exact same amount of screen time, dude.
I said fucking Neptune, but another person we barely got to see, but like 2 or 3 clips of was fucking Raven. I really want to know more shit about her. So
I don't, dude. I do. That
dude.
was like the biggest thing I came up in Volume 4 was like the mysteriousness of her is gone now. It's just gone for me.
Pretty good overall. I mean, I'm trying to think of any other relatively. I mean,
popular.
Do any of the contestants that were at the
No, I didn't care for
you? Like, I
I
thought Neon was okay. I thought she was funny.
No, dude. No.
Honestly,
the chick on the skates?
Yeah. I think she was pretty funny.
I didn't care for her.
I
didn't care for her. I didn't care about the dude with the saxophone. I didn't care about the chick with the briefcase. I didn't care about the dude with the fucking
Anybody on Team Coco?
Sword. Yeah. I didn't care.
Or Team Coffee? Coco or
none of that.
I've called him
Yang.
Team Coco a bunch of times.
Team Yang, dude.
Coffee,
Team Yang. That's what I was
Coffee
there
and
for.
the dude with the big Yatsu something. I forgot Yatsuhashi. I don't remember his name is. I was just saying, is there any love for any of those characters? The gay guy, the Scarlet or whatever, right? He's there. What about him? Anybody got any love for him?
No love. No.
Okay.
Go die.
Damn, Jesus
rude.
fucking Christ.
Oh,
Use your screen time for somebody else is more important.
All right. Let's move on. Okay, so if we were to restart the Vytal Festival tournament, the final 1v1 rounds, right now, who would win if these characters, as they are at the end of Volume 4, were participating at full strength, presumably? RWBY, Yang, Weiss, Blake, Sun, Jean, Nora, and Rin. So basically the 2 main teams except replace PYRRHA with Sun. Who would win the whole thing?
What? Wait, teams or just the down to the 1v1?
No, just 1v1. It's
Okay.
the tournament, just like
the end of this season, right?
it's
like-
basically
No. The end of Volume 4, like where their strengths are now, at the end of Volume 4,
Okay.
if we were to redo the Vytal Festival that happened in Season 3,
starting with the
whenever
1v1
it,
rounds.
it came down to Yang and
I think it's only out of
Mercury
3 people.
and PYRRHA and what's her face, Penny. There you go. Bring Penny back. Hashtag bring Penny back. Anyways,
It's got to be RWBY, Weiss, or Nora.
I would say Yang. Hands down.
After going a month without training?
She's been training with her fucking dad. What are you talking about?
I don't see Yang being the one.
Everybody else
for too long.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Wait. We'll get into an argument. Let's start with let's all come to a consensus at the very least. Can we agree that Jean would not win?
Yes.
Currently, yes.
Yang's at full strength and
that's what we're talking about.
So,
that's what we're talking about.
I was looking at a weekend.
Back the fuck up, Joey. Okay.
Especially
Second. Okay. Would we agree that Ren would not win?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
You think Ren would run the gauntlet against all of them?
Not well. I mean, So, are we doing this like knockout list in order, like on purpose, or are you just picking random people?
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to eliminate people off the list that we can all agree would not win.
I'd just like to point out, I think Ren would beat Nora. That's all I'm saying. Be a little bit higher.
We're talking about winning.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that the list is just random names.
Nora would
four, right? Like top 4.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let's just chill. Let's chill for a second. Would we all agree Ren would not win, regardless?
Yes.
Regardless of where your position of Ren is on the list.
Yeah.
Okay. So
definitely not second to last, but yeah.
Okay. What about Sun?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not a fucking chance.
Okay, I'm willing to also get rid of Sun, although I think he's better than either of the two that we've mentioned so far.
Although he is really annoying in Smite, so
I know every single one of the remainder then will not have a vote to, or not will not have a unanimous vote to.
I would eliminate Blake. I mean, Blake stand the chance against anybody else left.
I would agree with that.
I would not vote for her.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Would you be willing to eliminate her if she doesn't have a chance to win?
It's like I wouldn't vote for her to win.
Okay.
Because you said that completely.
Okay.
For
Okay, that's fine.
Not vote for her. Wait, what?
I can get on board with that. Okay. I think she wouldn't be able to handle the top ones, I guess. Okay, so RWBY, Yang, Weiss, Nora. We can at least all agree that one of those 4 would win. For sure.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Chris, you have Yang clearly as your favorite, so why don't you go ahead and say why you think? Does anybody else think Yang would win?
I say eliminate Yang, honestly.
What do you mean by full strength? They're all healthy. And they're all at the exact level of power that we saw at the end of Volume 4.
This is where my argument comes into place. Fuck you, Bree, first off. Joey, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you and your big ass nose. Anyways, reason why I said Yang would win when I was like, she's been training with her dad, and you're like, oh, but everybody else is so powerful. I was like, no, they're not. And you're like, oh, yeah, no. Everybody else is growing here. Yang's fucking getting some goddamn knowledge on how to fucking fight and not just be brute fucking strength. So whenever she's got that tactical knowledge to be able to understand the situations and work her way around fights, just how Ty said, work your way around things, not always through them, and use her brute strength on top of that, it's a whole nother fucking level, dude. Whole nother level. Not even fucking close. It's a whole nother level. All right, I feel better now.
Okay, so
fuck you, Joey. All right, now I definitely feel better.
The faces you made. Oh my God.
All right. Well, we're basically down to 4 competitors here. So let's just stick with that. That's your opening for Yang. Okay, let's just stick with that. We'll come back around because we're gonna have to come back around to this anyway. Brianna, out of those 4, who do you think would win?
Weiss.
Okay. Do you have any specific reasoning, just in terms of her?
She's not fighting with herself. She's able to conjure that big sword guy now. So I mean, it's magic, and to believe that wouldn't trump a lot of the things.
Okay. Joey?
I'm going with Yang.
Okay.
Really?
Reasoning?
Okay. Well, when I first started off, I haven't seen fucking Volume 4 in a minute, and I forgot. I literally thought it ended with her in the fucking bed. I forgot she was training with her dad. All the fucking shit. It's been a fucking minute.
Well, at the end, I do want to remind you, at the end of Volume 4, and this is before we didn't talk about any of this stuff, and I changed my mind a little bit too. I do want to remind you, at the end of Volume 4, you said that she was significantly weaker than everybody else. By a lot.
Why did I say that?
Because she hadn't been... you had seen RWBY's progression, you had seen Weiss's progression, not so much Blake, and Yang had basically been training for like XYZ days before she went out. Now...
Well, good thing I'm a flip-flopper.
I just want to say that Yang has no arm.
Well, we'll get into...
is not used to. And that
Well,
is
she
a
will get
huge
her-
disadvantage.
she
to
will get her
learning
middle
how to
arm.
fight.
It's real tough.
I don't
Yeah,
disagree.
but it's not.
Wait, we'll get into the argument section in a second. I want to make sure
I haven't seen it in forever,
Joey
dude, so I
actually
literally
knows
don't
what
fucking
he's
know. I
talking
haven't seen it
about.
in forever, so I don't know.
Well, okay, are you gonna go with Yang?
Yeah, I mean, how I think in my head, it feels like she's the strongest one. I fucking don't remember.
Okay.
Oh god.
Well, this is unfortunate. Okay, so
Y'all
then
recently watched this shit. It's been a minute since I've seen it.
yeah, but I mean, you generally know her character arc. She spent about half the season depressed about her arm thing. She got her metal arm. She started training with her dad, and then that's what we saw.
It's like 2 episodes,
Weiss.
but once again, we also have to remember time factor in this is completely off per character.
We don't necessarily know what the times were,
Time
but
frame
that's
is off.
but
She
that's
could have
not
been training with her dad for fucking months.
that's not relevant to this conversation though, because
That is relevant.
No, it is not relevant to this conversation because we're taking the characters regardless of what the actual time frame was, as we saw them at the end of Volume 4. Regardless of whether or not the times actually mesh up together or not, that's something we won't know, which means we can't say like, oh, Yang was this strong 2 weeks after, so just multiply that by 8.
Everybody just needs to fucking vote for fucking RWBY. Because as much as everybody wanted to fucking shit on Yang and be like, oh, well, she hasn't done nothing all season, neither has fucking Weiss. She's been fucking playing housemates to her fucking dad all goddamn
Well, she
season.
perfected her summoning, and in addition to that,
I mean,
it has
maybe.
been a period of time. But regardless, point is, I agree
don't
that
think
Yang
Weiss
is stronger than I originally thought she was at the end of the volume or whatever. I'm just making sure Joey understands like what he's saying versus what he was original. I'm just trying to explain the context of Joey's thoughts at the end of volume 4 because we haven't seen it for a minute. All right, so mine's really close. I guess we could have just eliminated Nora as well because it sounds like nobody's thinks she's
Not
got a
over
chance
the
against the other three.
Mm-hmm.
I would have voted against getting rid of Nora though because I do think she's stronger than the rest of the people. But mine's really, really close between RWBY and Weiss. I'm not 100% sure who would win. RWBY's, I don't know. I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with it's one of those two for now, because you know what? I lied. I'm gonna go with Weiss, and the reason I'm gonna go with Weiss is because me and Bree will pick Weiss. Then we can just eliminate RWBY, and then we can have a discussion about Yang and Weiss. So 2 Yang, 2 Weiss. Chris, instead of just talking about Yang, obviously, this is kind of what we're saying now is like the matchup. So what's your kind of, I guess you and Joey, what are your guys' kinds of thoughts on the matchup overall?
Real quick, I can't remember. Can Weiss use her glyphs to increase her own speed like constantly, or does she have to bounce off of them? Whatever. Like if she gets
I
it.
don't know what that means.
Like the circle things that you can run on?
So basically, like when she gets on it and like she has to stay.
Yes. The answer to your question is yes. She has to. The glyph is what gives her the speed. She can't just use the glyph and then it gives her speed. She can get off the glyph and then she runs.
Okay. Then yes.
Okay, so I was thinking like that's why I was thinking Yang's biggest competition would be RWBY because she's so fucking fast all the goddamn time.
That's the same thing I had was that the only competition I saw was RWBY Yang. But yeah,
Weiss happened to be on the glyphs. I don't think Weiss would stand much of a hit with her.
She doesn't have to stay on the glyphs like when she fought against the saxophone dude.
Glyph with speed.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm just saying the saxophone guy who looked to be about in terms of Yang speed, she's as fast as RWBY when she's going through glyphs, like around that speed. I mean, she blitzed that dude easily. He couldn't do anything like while she was going through her glyphs. She was teleporting around. Like it's not necessarily the same thing. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's just one of those things too. Like where I always see kind of like a mess up with that as far as Weiss, and I'm not trying to say like she can't do it, but one of the things that's always shaky for me on that one is like where RWBY just does her speed, like that's just like natural to where like having to focus on making the glyph, focus on being on the glyph, and then focus on the next one, then focus on and doing the speed as well. Not saying she can't do it, obviously she can't, she's done it. It's just that is just always plays a factor to me.
Another question: does she have to have her sword for the glyphs?
No.
Okay, that's super cheap. If she did, like that makes sense. I was thinking if she didn't have to have it. I mean, if she had to have it, then if Yang fucking knocks sword out of her hands, which I think would be pretty easy if she got caught up to her.
She didn't? I thought she has to have the dust in order to do her magic.
No, her glyphs are her semblance. She doesn't need anything to do her semblance. They can use it like just like anything else with an extension of their aura and stuff like that for her semblance.
So my reasonings are, and I've already touched on a little bit with the fact of Yang's newfound intelligence of fighting. On top of that, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, there's no difference if we're going to take out the whole fact that, you know, a lot of people in this party feel like Yang hasn't done much at all through Volume 4. I don't think Weiss did either. And he brought up the fact that she perfected her summoning, which I don't feel like, because the first time she tried to do her summoning and the Weiss opening trailer, the dude was fucking like 8 stories taller than the one that she fucking summoned at the end of Volume 4. That fucked up her face. And then whenever she also almost got completely killed at Beacon with the fucking robots, she summoned just an arm that was taller than that fucking little fucking piece of shit she summoned at the end of Volume 4 as well. Just an arm. So if that's all that she can summon at this point, like it's actually full on summon. Has. Oh, obviously not. She's got fucking 2 arms, regardless whether they're both biologically hers, but they're fucking, I mean, they're both there. Anyways, so if that's all that she's been able to do, I mean, I just feel like the intelligence level of what, and once again, this is all fucking, you know, hypothetical, because we haven't really seen like Yang actually take Ty's advice to heart and actually be able to display it for us yet. But going off of, you know, what we've seen at the end of Volume 4, so I'm obviously going with the suggestion that yes, she has. I just feel like that newfound intelligence, I feel like Weiss already was going up an uphill battle with someone whose strength literally keeps rising. But now to put the intelligence behind it as well, it seems like it's just going to be so much more harder for Yang to just be this. I mean, I look at it like a video game logic, to where it's like you got your mage in the back because they're fucking smart and strategic, and you got your fucking tanks up front because that's just what they're there for, to tank damage and put damage out. Yang is now both those pieces. Like it's just a different level.
So is Weiss.
The Weiss is not a fucking upfront.
She has her
bruiser.
tank and she has her mage.
Go ahead, Joey.
No, a lot of shit basically he said, but I'm saying like I do think Weiss's fucking semblance thing she brings out or whatever, her big glyphs, like the arm and shit. I mean, it would hurt Yang, I do feel like, but after so much punishment's done, Yang got pissed off and she ran after Weiss. Like if she hit her a time or two, she'd pretty much be fucking dead with that much power.
I mean, you also got to think about like the fucking let's fucking go back to a death battle. I know Bree wasn't there for that, but for the fucking death battle where it talked about the robot hitting Yang and knocking her up against the fucking like highway and breaking that whole fucking pillar down, like that amount of damage, I don't feel Weiss would be able to fucking do that. I honestly fucking don't.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I do know that just the arm of the thing that she can summon now one shot a better version of the thing that punched Wang. Wang. Yeah.
But once again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, Yang's not as fast as Weiss, but her summons aren't as fast as her either. So Yang, I feel, could get around her summon to get to Weiss. I mean, obviously, it would still be a game of tag, but I mean, once again, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know, because the same argument could be made that Weiss could just obviously just keep going around and around and around until Yang tires herself out.
That's
because
basically
we just have to deal with the lift.
Okay, first of all, stop going into my argument before we even start fucking talking about it, okay? So I guess now we're gonna start.
You told me to look at the matchup.
Now we're gonna fucking start. In my opinion, the reason why I don't think it matters. First of all, Joey's going a little bit overboard, okay? There's no reason to suggest. Yang hasn't shown that at base form without an increase in her power, that she could just literally punch Weiss through her semblance 2 times and knock Weiss out within literally 2 hits with her full semblance.
I said that after she was pissed off and in her rage form. I said
okay. First of all, so one, that's based on like the total amount of damage that she's taken is the actual like thing. It makes her stronger or whatever. That's fair enough, I guess. So basically, but at that point, to be clear, if she gets to that point where her semblance or where her thing is that low, she's at the point where if she takes, I mean, we're going with the tournament rules or whatever. Like, Mercury brought her down to 1 less when she used it to hit him, and she took like, I don't know, it was like 6 or 7 hits to take him down from that level. So if she was below that, then she would lose. It would be over. So one hit after that from anything Weiss does ends the battle because her aura would be less than the number or whatever. So it would be at the limit where they would stop the battle. But in my opinion, once Yang got to that level, so Yang has added the amount of strategy hits she has, and I would actually say that Chris, what you brought up with the amount of stuff that Weiss has to do in order to be able to use her glyphs and stuff like that, showcases the level of understanding in a battle that she has and concentration that she has to have, because she does accomplish that all the time when she's battling.
I agree.
That it showcases her ability to understand those situations, to be able to react to the situations properly. And in my opinion, Weiss would use that in the battle to basically especially because she knows Yang. If she didn't know Yang and know her powers, it'd be different. Because she knows Yang and knows her powers, once Yang got to the rage point or whatever, I think she would just avoid her until it got basically mitigated to some level or extent, and then re-engage.
On that, you gotta have to play the fucking devil's advocate with that one, Yang, because Yang's definitely shown and has proven her mobility with using her arm gauntlets to be able to just jump in the air and blast her different ways in order to get around things and dip and dodge. And that's kind of the same thing Weiss does. It's just a different level of speed because of Weiss's enhancement. But that's what I'm talking about, is catching Weiss. That's where I was bringing in, and I guess I should have talked about that a little bit more with the summoning. Like, I don't think the summon will be able to keep up with Yang's speed of her mobility with the way that she's able to use. I mean, we've seen it used, I want to say like 3 times, where she uses her gauntlet to do her mobility in the air. I don't think the summon will be able to keep up with her. So like I said, if she could just catch Yang, or if she could just catch Weiss, I mean, that, in my opinion, that's game over. I don't think Weiss can handle the amount of damage that Yang can do out. I really don't.
We lost Joey.
Joey's back.
But I would counter that by saying that Weiss isn't going to dance around like the edge of the thing or right away from her thing. She's going to have her summon there, and she's going to basically stick around her summon in that scenario. Not so close that she can't maneuver, but close enough to the point where if Yang came in and was trying to outspeed her, because she has to catch her and tag her before she can do anything, that she also has to worry about the second opponent being her summon doing something the entire time. She's not going to stay out of enough reach where her summon literally is completely worthless.
I guess. I mean, I don't know whether or not it's also hard to talk about, because I don't know whether or not the amount of focus she needs to keep the summon out and shit like that. Like, once it's summoned out, she can go do whatever the fuck she wants to do. I mean, after she got hit, the fucking thing went away. After the fucking arm things and shit, and the fucking tower started rumbling, and she turned around, the fucking arm went away. Like, I don't know if she has to keep maintain a focus, because so, I mean, once again, you would have to play that fucking double-edged sword with Yang, knowing Weiss' powers, how that shit works. I mean, she could easily just jump to one side of the ring and just fucking earthquake that shit to just knock her fucking focus off track, and then that fucking summon would be gone, you know, within seconds.
Well, she accidentally summoned the arm the first time, and she just looked at it like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and it attacked the thing for her. So I think there's at least some level of the thing doing whatever the fuck it wants to do, basically.
How long does it normally take for her to summon something? It's not that long.
The arm was instant, so
okay.
I don't know.
But her actual like summoning a full-on thing, because I think that was more of a life or death situation. So her fucking aura, its glyphs itself, just kind of like busted out to protect her. But and obviously we're talking about the tournament, so it wouldn't be a life or death situation. So I really think that we could technically rule that out. So it would necessarily be her summoning. It took her a while to summon that guy at the end of Volume 4.
It did. But I do want.
Shot her, she wouldn't just keep summoning, would she?
No, but I do want to point out that we are severely limiting our conversation about what Weiss is actually capable of doing right now.
Yeah.
She also has time dilation. She has her dust. She has her weapon. She has various different glyphs that do all sorts of different stuff in addition to this. Right now, what we're basically just talking about is her summon and her versus Yang.
No, I know that.
But that doesn't include all of the various different
things. What topped it off for her was the summoning. Like, I think like her freeze capability and like her ability to move fast and everything is like a huge perk. But I think like her able to summon that guy and it looks like she has control of him gives her like the huge advantage. Is that similar in like their emotional state, where they're coming from? Like, she obviously has been having issues with controlling stuff, and Weiss has had issues with controlling things, and like they both have some sort of problems going on in their life, but had a life-changing physical change to her body. Weiss has not experienced this, and Yang extremely arms with her main weapons to fight. So that is a critical change to her fighting style, something she's not used to. And yes, she has a robotic arm, but that's still something different, and she doesn't have an arm there anymore. So it, to me, the doubt and the unknowing is enough for me to say that because I saw Weiss summon and actually bring something up, and it looks like she's in control, and she has all her limbs, and she's used to everything. I'm not trying to be mean, but like you can't say that you lost an arm and then you can just fight like normal. Like
it's hard for me to listen to that and just, you know, take that as like a valid point, because like I said, I mean, it goes straight back to the fact of us not being able to see the amount of time that she's been able to train with her dad. You know, and so we don't know what the timeline is. Judging off the timeline at the very end, I mean, Ty was on the best team ever, and I mean, she was able to put him down. I mean,
I don't take any stock in that. I think, I mean, if he's that weak, then he's really fucking weak. Like, there's absolutely no way that she should be able to compete with him. Like, I think he
but the point of it is, though,
was
on a training
on
level. I'm talking about like on a training level. I'm not saying that she put him down. I mean, if they were going full fledged, that's a different thing. Okay. But the point of it is like, I don't think at this point, at the end of season 4, like if they would have literally shown just the first time they trained, I would be 100% right there with you on that one, Bree. But with it going all the way through, I don't think that she sees that arm any different than another extension of herself. Like, I really do not at all.
And we hadn't took this into effect yet. The other thing, which I don't know if it matters with this battle, is, because we're assuming they're like perfectly fine, is like the PTSD thing. I'm assuming would not go into effect if we're counting this battle, right?
No, I think that's technically something you can think of.
But I mean, technically, you can use that on both sides too, though. It's like you said, they're both having emotional issues going on in their personal lives right now. So,
well, and
I think her PTSD is going to be pretty exclusive. I think her PTSD is going to be pretty exclusive to Adam overall.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that, hope the same thing.
Well, if you bring up Yang's, you can think of Weiss's, which is like her fear of the guy.
I mean, unless Yang comes dressed up as Jacques and Weiss comes dressed up as Adam, I think that the effects overall will be negligible. I don't think we have to take that too much into consideration.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Brianna, do you think, who would you pick out of RWBY and Yang?
RWBY and Yang, or RWBY and Weiss? Because I think Weiss.
No, RWBY and, yeah, I know exactly. So,
well,
RWBY and Yang.
RWBY, because I don't think Yang would win against Weiss.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Are you saying that? Okay, hold on. Are you saying that if it was RWBY versus Weiss, you'd pick RWBY over Weiss?
I think they're very comparable.
Yeah, but which one would you choose?
They're close, is what she's saying.
Okay.
She's saying, yeah, it's not
now knowing that, yeah, exactly. Now knowing that, her answer makes a lot more sense.
But okay, I think a better matchup for me. So I think that the matchup is kind of weird. I'm not talking about whether who's on whose level or anything like that, because I think we've kind of gotten to the point where we basically just agree to disagree on who we think would win and all that kind of stuff. But right. I think the better matchups in terms of brawler versus brawler and speed versus speed type of deal would be Weiss and RWBY and Yang and Nora. And I think those, personally, out of the group of the characters we chose, I think those are the 4 strong.
Yeah.
Then Yang would beat Nora, and then Weiss would beat RWBY, and then Yang would go over there and beat the. And then Weiss would go over there and beat. Or I'm sorry, Yang would go over there and beat the fuck out of RWBY.
No, you're right. The first one.
No, I was. Yeah. So Weiss is gonna beat RWBY, then Weiss is gonna go over there and beat the fuck out of RWBY. Yeah, exactly. No, shut up. You don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. Anyways, Yang go out there and beat the fuck out of RWBY, even though she already lost. Then there's a fucking double knockout for RWBY, and then she go beat the fuck out of fucking Weiss. Easy, simple, done. Yang's champion. Let's go. All right, Volume 5, Episode 1. 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, that was a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna ask questions. You have to say bust or true. Okay, you're busting the theory, or you can confirm it. Bust or confirm. Okay. So this first one, I kind of forgot to have you guys watch these World of Remnants. There's a World of Remnant on the war prior to it. Okay. You guys pretty much are going to have no knowledge of this one, but whatever. Too bad. All right. The first one is Jean the descendant of the King of Vale, and is his sword the one from the legend of the King of Vale?
I definitely seen that. What room that?
I did.
Yeah, and Bree and Chris didn't. So,
You want to answer last?
So
Go
true.
ahead.
Okay, I confirm that ship. That ship. I confirmed that theory.
I mean, who's the ship? John, his dad,
John,
the sword.
John and the sword. There's a threesome.
All
I
right.
was dead.
I'm confirming the theory too.
I thought the sword was from PYRRHA's armor and stuff. Like I thought the weapons he got, or was
It
that
just
the
got modified.
Okay, I confirm.
Chris, thoughts on this thing you don't really know that much about?
I mean, fuck, you guys sound so goddamn fucking confident, so I guess I'll go with confirmed as well. Fucking Jean's got the one sword to rule them all. So,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to have you guys watch those. Forgot about that. All right. Is Ozpin the wizard from the Tale of the Maidens? Yes or no? Final answer.
Confirmed.
yes.
Bree?
Yes.
I'm confirming it too. Oh man, we're on a roll right now. We're confirming all the major theories. Is PYRRHA alive?
Yes.
No,
No.
not
Oh.
currently. Would she be back? Possibly, but she's currently dead.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love all you fans, but fuck you guys. I still am under the impression that she got fucking teleported somewhere. Sorry. I don't think she's dead, dude.
We'll have more on this later, but it sounds like Joey's busting it.
Yeah, busting.
Oh,
I
he's
don't wanna know
busting
what
it.
Joey's busting.
I'm confirming it, dude. He's busting the nut. All right, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
Everybody's confirming this one, or I'm editing in any portions that say yes. All right, is Crow Ruby's father? That one's confirmed already. So you guys can bust it because I'm adding on this caveat. And did something happen to Summer because of his semblance? The first part's already confirmed. The second part, are we busting or confirming that?
I confirmed that.
Did something happen to Summer because of his semblance?
Yes, not
I
the
heard
season.
I would say
Ruby's mother.
confirm.
That's why I feel like he's so distant from her. He don't want her to fucking get hurt.
Yeah, that's good.
Chris was asking the heavens for something.
I don't know. To me, it's more along the lines like I'm not saying that one can't be true. Definitely say that one's really reasonable. I just feel like it has something to do more with the whole, because she was silver-eyed as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that there's like a deeper meaning between like her and Salem and something. So yeah, I'm gonna have to bust on that one.
All right.
I want to go with my theory.
He's
Sorry,
busting. He's
Sorry, dude.
busting the Summer. Something bad happened to Summer theory. Just want to confirm once again. Crow is Ruby's father. That is confirmed 100%. But
Are you
I'll
being
put it this
serious?
way.
busting the other part.
I'll
of
put
the
it-
theory.
It's a theory. I'll put it this way. The bad luck that happened with Crow Summer was that the condom broke. That's what the semblance came. The condom broke. That's where that came in.
All right.
Was it her death?
That's something that happened to her from it. So I mean, that technically would be confirming it. All right. Is Ozpin's cane one of the relics?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Confirm. For sure. That's a thing.
Anybody want to bust it?
I'll bust it.
Oh my god. Chris?
I want to be a rebel.
It's just
The
it
only
seems so obvious, dude.
I know that's the only reason why
God.
you could bust it, right? Is because it's
Yeah,
so
that's
obvious.
the only reason.
It feels
It's
like it has to be a double fucking take. or
Yeah, you
something.
know, like it's gonna be
Double
like
take.
his fucking cane is like a key that opens a door. That there's another key there that opens another door, and then there's the fucking relic. You know, like it just so happened that Crow just so happened to have his fucking. Oh my god!
Are you busting it or not?
I can't, dude. It's too fucking obvious.
Confirmed.
man.
Confirmed, of course.
Oh.
Bree's wrong. Bree's just straight up wrong. All right. Is the Spring Maiden currently aligned with Raven? The conversation that Raven had with Crow, they talked
Right.
about the Spring Maiden, and then pretty close to after that, he said, "You guys got somebody powerful with you, don't you?" And a lot of people think that the Spring Maiden is the person he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Forget it, yeah.
Confirm or bust?
Confirm, but I don't think she's with. I think it's more of against her will.
Okay.
Confirm.
I feel like I can't confirm them all. If I busted anything, yeah, I busted one. I'll confirm this one. It seems pretty good.
Joey thinks it's
I'm busting it. They don't have the Spring Maiden. It's to throw you off the trail. Give me a break. They don't got the Spring Maiden. That's crazy. They don't know where she is.
Busted yet?
All right.
I'm busted.
Will
you bitch?
Oh,
Will Cinder, Emerald, and Ilya not be villains by the end of the series?
Boston.
Will anybody confirm?
repeat it one more time.
Cinder, Emerald, and Ilya will
yeah.
not be villains by the end of the series.
The end of the whole series. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the series, I could definitely see Cinder possibly making a switch. So I'm gonna say him.
All three of them have to. For this.
Oh,
to be
all
confirmed.
three of them have to?
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
'cause
then
one
yeah,
one
no.
of them might. Yeah, I'll bust.
I mean,
One
if
could
Cinder
die.
switches,
It's
Emerald's
fucking done.
switching. I don't see
Yeah,
any
for sure.
scenario that doesn't happen. I can see Emerald
But-
switching without Cinder switching. There's
But
no
if one
way
of them
Cinder
die-
switches and Emerald doesn't.
What happens when one of them die?
Then if they die and they're good, then they're good. If they die when they're bad, then they're bad. Unless
Yeah,
okay, no.
plus.
If they die, they're taken out of the equation. Unless all of them die villains.
Confirmed.
See, the sad part is that the end of the series, what we're going to find out is that Ruby and everybody is actually the bad guys, and Cinder.
Okay. How about this? Let's just separate it into all three. Confirm or bust any of them.
I confirm.
I
Cinder.
agree. I agree with you that if Cinder changes, Emerald will change. But yeah, I completely think the other one won't.
Yeah, I confirm Emerald and Cinder.
You guys,
I bust all of them.
no, none of them are going to end up being good. I actually had this conversation with somebody in on Patreon, and they had said that they were talking about Ilya being the chameleon girl, Faunus, that seemed to have some sort of connection with Blake. Now we didn't really have I don't really have a comparison I can actually give to you guys because the comparison I used was from Bleach, but I kind of basically see a sister, like not a biological sister, but like a kind of like sister in the White Fang. Yeah, in that thing where like she's like the older sister that she like always looked up to in the White Fang and stuff like that, and then she left the White Fang. And Ilya is not necessarily actually a bad person. She's just upset because she grew up believing that what she was doing was right, and she was looked up to Blake the whole time basically, and now she feels like Blake betrayed her, and that's why she's kind of still on that side. And I think by the end, just based on the way that they interact in the short time we got to see, I really don't see Ilya staying evil because it seemed like she had a legitimate connection with Blake to me, personally.
It's just one of those things where it's like I try to give Rooster Teeth the credit I feel they deserve, and I feel like that's just too easy of a road to take. Just feel it's same thing with fucking Osmond Kane being a relic, dude. I just feel like it's too easy of a road to take.
I mean, some things have to be easy. Not everything can be a twist. You know what I mean?
But I just feel like the story of her constantly hating the White Fang mainly because of Adam and shit like that, and then also her little sister ish just not making the change, just constantly like White Fang. Like it would just like I said, it goes so against the grain that it still makes a good fucking story, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confirming that one.
Now imagine if she ends up getting in a romantic relationship with Adam.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
All right. I would say I think Emerald. She's shown so much. I really feel like Emerald is going to switch, but she's so loyal to Cinder that, man, I don't know. It's really hard for me to see.
Remember that one scene? I don't remember what did they show.
No, I don't
remember the one scene where they're on that fucking place. I don't know what they were. Anyways, and Cinder and Emerald are looking out the fucking window.
They were like
got,
terrified.
a look on their face, like they're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that was a crazy scene.
Well, Emerald seems to legitimately care and adore Cinder.
Yeah.
But the problem with Cinder switching for me, at least seeing it from this perspective right now, is that Cinder hates RWBY so much right now. Like every fiber in her being despises RWBY. And she's also done some pretty. She killed PYRRHA. So I mean, unless PYRRHA comes back, that's pretty much unredeemable. Like it's going to be really tough to redeem
Except
her
her.
character right now, and her
I
switch
just
over
think
to the
that
other side.
she.
A lot
I
of
feel like
obstacles
she's-
to pass.
I feel like she's such a smaller pawn. Jesus. That she's such a smaller pawn against the rest of the table, mainly pointing towards Salem, that once like this whole plan starts going underway, because I definitely think things are going to get way worse before they get better for me. That once the plan starts going a lot more underway, Cinder's going to look at it and be like, this is not what I wanted. Like, this is not what I signed up for. And then she's going to be able to use her newfound powers of the Fallen Maiden to help Team RWBY push back the Grim and take Salem down.
Yeah. Imagine at a point if like she seen innocent, well, I shouldn't really talk about innocent people, but RWBY and some of them are about to die, and she fucking does something to save their life. And then she's like, fuck, let's fucking bygones be bygones. We got to stop Salem before she kills fucking everything that lives.
I don't see Cinder changing like that. I don't think that's a
Well, you
possibility.
don't know her like I do. I mean, I got her.
Joey.
And the last one, this is the most important one, and it's like super important. Will Yang be able to turn into a canary at some point in the series?
Possible.
I'm gonna bust that.
She's gonna turn into the Sun Dragon, dude. Remember?
Confirm, bust, Bree.
I'm gonna
What'd you say?
I'm gonna bust it too.
bust it.
Bust it. Yeah, it's definitely happening. Confirm. She is turning into a canary. All right, Haven. All right, this is for this season, I think. Yeah, this is for this season predictions. Okay, Haven will fall the same way that Beacon did this season.
Yes.
Confirm or bust?
Confirm.
Confirm.
Okay. So we're all confirm. Just to be clear, it's not just going to be the same event. Haven is going to actually fall just like Beacon did. So it's
Yep.
going to be. Oh, okay. All right. Yang will finally meet Raven. Confirm or bust?
Confirm.
This volume.
Confirm.
Confirm.
I want to confirm it as well. All right. A major or supporting character, one of like, let's say one of the 10 or so major characters,
I know where you're going with this.
is gonna die this season. This
Confirm.
volume, at least one.
Confirm.
I have to bust the next one, dude. Yeah, or I'll go against my old school ways. You know, I have to bust it.
Okay.
Whatever it is, man.
All right,
I've had three confirms in a row, man.
Tony, make it about Yang.
I'm gonna
and her
bust this
dying.
one. I'm gonna bust this one. I don't think they're gonna kill anybody this volume. I think they're gonna kill like a bunch of people next volume. All right. Last one. Team RWBY will be together by the end of chapter 6 of this volume.
Confirm.
Halfway through this volume, they will be together again as a team. Not necessarily like they're gonna go to. They'll all be in the same area together,
Bust.
Confirm.
same spot basically.
Yeah. By chapter 6. Yeah,
By
I'll go with
half.
that. I'll gamble that one. Plus,
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll even be more of a dick. It will literally be episode 7, and it will be literally like the first second of the fucking video.
All right. So we are. I'm gonna bust that one as well. I think it's gonna be more towards the end of the series, but we'll see. We'll see how that. Man, it's
I
gonna
think
bust.
we'll get a lot of people together. I think, honestly, the way I see it happening is more of a Yang and RWBY running into Weiss and Blake type deal. So I think it's going to end up happening.
Okay. This one's gonna be a doozy, but I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to do it. All right. Imagine we're making a. Actually, let's keep this spicy. Let me just think. Is there enough characters for that? I don't know. You're gonna have to figure it out, Bree. So, for the opposite gender of whatever you are making a singing group. Okay, composed of 5 members. One of them is the good-looking one, the visual. One of them is the singer. One of them is the dancer.
Weiss.
One of them is the rapper, and one of them is the leader.
Blake. Okay, so for the good looking one, like I said, Yang for sure. The singer, obviously Weiss. I mean, that would be stupid.
Are we all going Weiss for that one then? I mean,
Singer, yeah.
yeah, okay.
Well, except for Bree. She can't
Yeah.
pick Weiss.
Yeah, Bree, you have to choose These guys.
Weiss. I would have. You know what? I mean, is it to be like a professional or just what we would like to see?
It's to be a professional. We're
Fuck.
trying to make the best group we can. We are trying to make like the fifth harmony of this fucking.
Because I thought we were gonna fucking go with like what we'd like to see, and I would love to see RWBY rap, dude. I would love to see RWBY rap.
I mean, there's not really a lot of great rap options, so I mean, you could theoretically.
No, I definitely think Blake could probably bust some fucking sick lines, dude.
Yeah,
I really do because of the poetry and
shit
she reads.
I was just gonna
She could hit some dark, deep shit, dude. So I'd have to go Blake as the rapper. He said dancer and leader.
Man, ours are real fucking similar. Cause fuck.
I mean, we can come up with a consensus potentially. For the most part,
have to say,
I'm not gonna go with the same visuals. Yes.
I would have to say dancer would be Nora because I feel like she could bust some fucking moves, and then be RWBY.
Okay. All right. So my visuals are gonna be CINDER.
Okay.
What's next? Singer, Weiss.
Who was your dancer, Chris?
Nora.
Okay.
Third is what was the other one?
Dancer, rapper, leader.
Rapper would be. I'm gonna have to go with Blake.
You can just stop now, dude. I built the perfect team.
My leader would be PYRRHA. And I'm missing the dancer, right?
Yep.
Dancer would be RWBY.
Oh, can we have PYRRHA? No, PYRRHA. PYRRHA's dead.
Yeah. I literally didn't choose her because
she's dead. Not dead, guys. Stop.
Bruh.
Well, wait. So who is who? Leader and dancer? Who do you have?
Well, I had PYRRHA as leader and dancer as RWBY.
Okay, we can't do that. Also, RWBY can't really dance.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. I don't see RWBY being a dancer, dude.
I mean,
she can't even like walk in heels.
RWBY's got to be the leader then, and dancer could be.
I feel like we're helping Joey too much with this.
I'll go Neo.
Neo?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Her umbrella, dude. Do some tricks with her umbrella.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. She does all these poses and shit. I had Nora actually as well, but I'm gonna change mine to Neo. And I had Yang for rapper because I didn't really think about the fact that Blake does poetry, but I'm gonna change that to Blake too. So we all agree, for the females, that the leader should be RWBY, the rapper should be Blake, the singer should be Weiss. Me and Joey agree that the dancer should be Neo. Chris says Nora. And then
Nora could bust a move, dude.
I agree. I had Nora, but I think Neo's like I think she'd do pretty good with that as well. All right. And for visual, Chris has Yang, Joey has CINDER, and I have Velvet. So that's the main one that we all disagree on. So yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, we got a consensus for 3 out of the 5 of them. We almost got a girl group. All right, Bree. Let us know what hot, sexy guys are going to be on the floor. Who's the next Backstreet Boys?
Oh my God, let me tell you. So I had to look up a list of all the guys because I could not think of all the names.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking the good-looking one is Neptune.
Sun.
Of course.
Oh, really? Damn, I thought she was going to go Sun.
I was like stuck between Sun and Neptune, but I was like, Neptune has the face, Sun has the abs. Like, I don't know.
Only they could meet in the middle. Goddamn.
Hey, we don't know what they do in their private times.
Anyways, the dancer is Sun, and the leader's Ozpin.
Okay. It's a little old,
and
but
then,
yeah, no shit, right?
I mean, we could just say Oscar, I guess.
Cracking his
Ozpin / Oscar.
Oscar and Ozpin. And then the rapper.
I literally see Oscar Ospin just standing there and like, I literally give 2 fucks about anything that is going on right now.
Oh my God. All right, go on, Bree. Go on.
The rapper is Crow.
Okay.
And then the singer is John.
Bro, the rapper has to be Coffee Guy, dude. He's so fucking fast.
You think Sean can sing?
Dude.
I have no idea, but he has like a higher pitched voice, so.
I feel like I would put Jean in the leader spot.
I feel like I put John in the dancer spot.
Look,
or the
fucking moves.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely the dancer spot.
His moves.
No, definitely the dancer spot.
He showed his moves in high heels.
Crow kind of looks like he could be like one of them like grungy type singers. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't be like he looks like he belongs in like a rock band. He's even got like the ring on his finger or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? On his like pointer finger or whatever. He literally looks like he should be like a rock star or something. I think I would personally switch John and Crow, and then your list is fine. Although Oscar is going to look really out of place. But besides that, your list is pretty good.
Did I ask you? On my list?
Maybe. I don't know.
This is my boy band. Not your boy band.
Well, with the corrected list, we had... I'm just kidding. All right. That was fun. I thought that one was a fun question, so I want to do that one. All right. Finally, we are on to the main event. Theories. Joey's up first. Give us your individual theory. Let's go.
Fuck. Okay. This is whack as fuck. Okay. I kind of mentioned something similar to this.
Holy shit! I haven't been recording the sound this whole time.
Joey, I swear to God.
Yeah, I punched you in the throat, Tony. If that was true, 100%, I wouldn't record anymore. But I've kind of had this. I said this before, but I feel like before the end of the series is up, there's a possibility, obviously, it's just a theory, we don't know, that Yang could go evil. It ended with her on more of a light note, definitely, because she was fucking on the motorcycle, all fucking happy, and most people assumed she was going to RWBY because what she said, she was like, "You're in so much trouble when I find you." I was laughed at when the season ended, and I said she was going to her mom still.
You're still getting laughed at, like right now.
I believe it. Basically, what I think she's gonna be with her mom, and I think there'll be a conflict at some point where RWBY will have to deal with her mom, and maybe a fight happen, and I think she'll choose her mom over RWBY. And I feel like that could possibly be some kind of arc to make her have like a little villain role for a little while at least.
I have
Eat a dick.
Okay,
Chris.
What evidence? Do you have any evidence or like thoughts on like why you think it's gonna go that way?
Have any goddamn evidence.
Not really a whole lot. Like I said, mainly, I mean, the PTSD thing I think will come into play when they're fighting. Like I think that's really gonna come into play when any kind of fights happen. Is she's gonna get real pissed off and be out of control. But the main thing is I feel like Ruby's gonna have to do something against Raven or Raven's group, and Yang's gonna choose Raven's side, not Ruby's.
Yeah, that's still part of your prediction. I'm wondering if you have any like reasoning why you think it's gonna go in that direction.
Really. Not really.
Okay.
Can we pause for a second? Pause.
We're not watching a video. Yeah, pause. What do you want?
Pause.
Chris, why don't you go ahead and go into your theory instead? Why don't you go into your theory, Chris?
Oh, I'm trying. Okay. So my theory is literally the exact opposite of what he just said. The exact opposite.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and confirm that. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Anyway, for a real one. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna go with
Joey's gonna shit on. Joey's gonna fucking shit on us. By the way, if fucking she ends up turning fucking evil because
I liked what I said a lot. Actually, my because we're talking long term one or a short term one.
Whatever your theory is.
Okay, whatever.
Your theory. Go.
I liked the one that I brought up about Cinder. I think that she's gonna fucking see all the shit Salem's doing and fucking make the switch. Like she's gonna see that it's went too far and she's gonna make the switch and end up like teaming up with Team RWBY to take down Salem.
Oh, that's interesting. That's part of my theory, actually. So, don't necessarily disagree, but
obviously we know Bree's gonna bust that one. She already busted it once, so
Bust.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, Bree. Can't bust it twice. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Actually, that's incorrect. Lightning does strike twice.
Okay, Brianna, what's your theory?
So, my theory, surprise, surprise, is about PYRRHA.
Oh Lord.
And I think when the whole Fall Maiden stuff was happening, I think, as you can see in the video, you see some of it is transported into her. She's glowing and everything. I think she retained part of that power, and thus right now she's able to retain part of herself in like a separate astral field or maybe like the afterlife in some sort of sense. And she's using that Fall Maiden power to kind of hold on. And I think that she's going to have the capability to come back, whether his body or someone else, and take back the remaining powers of the Fall Maiden.
I don't disagree with this. It's actually really interesting. I would add, potentially, this is something I would add. I think it would be, I don't know if I would say ironic. It'd be interesting if the person that actually helped her get some sort of body back, or whatever you want to call it, is actually the quote-unquote father of the robot that she mercilessly killed, basically. So
that would be crazy.
it's very possible if she is like in this form, like you're suggesting. It seems from the scenes that we got that she's going to RWBY. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's possible that RWBY might be able
Having
to
the
convince this guy
relationship with Penny. Yep.
will get into, you know, some sort of thing and convince him to help PYRRHA have her own body or whatever, so that you don't
So
have.
she could get a robot body, essentially.
Theoretically, yeah.
And then John would have a real life sex doll.
We don't know how. I don't know how I would say this, but we don't know how like realistic or whatever they are. I mean, obviously Penny was actually a robot. You could see that she was made of metal and stuff like that, but they've got all sorts of crazy technology stuff going on in Atlas, so there's no reason to think that it couldn't come.
Dude,
up with something.
hey, if you can't duck it, fuck it.
As they say. I think the series, including this volume in particular, is going to demonstrate a clear parallel to the classic cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender. And with that, I think that Mistral is going to fall, and Haven, whatever, is going to fall completely this season. Whatever the one is in Vacuo might be next. I'm not 100% sure with that. And I think that Atlas, it's very possible that Atlas will be on Salem's side by the end of the series. So it's kind of a multifaceted thing. But basically, if you look at Avatar, book to book, in book 1, the Northern Water Tribe or whatever has a fight to protect the thing or whatever. And although technically they kind of like combat them and get them out or whatever, the Aang goes kind of into his fit of rage and into his avatar state after a death of one of the spirits or whatever. And in this case, I would argue that in the original fight at the end of Volume 3 for Beacon, we saw PYRRHA die, and then RWBY came out with her uncontrollable, like, you know, silver eye powers came out of nowhere and she couldn't control it. So, and in addition, we saw it get taken down, or whatever you want to say, from an actual outside force coming in and fighting. In book 2, what we saw was that at the end, the Earth Kingdom didn't get destroyed from an attack on the Earth Kingdom, an attack on Ba Sing Se. What happened is that it got destroyed from the inside by Azula, who infiltrated it, and the Dai Li, who were already there in control of Ba Sing Se. We've already seen that Leo Lionheart, the person who's the headmaster Haven, is in cahoots with Watts and presumably Salem. So once again, I see a similar thing basically, where we're just going to see complete meltdown and destruction of Mistral, or of Haven, because of the inside force, and I think that's going to parallel Avatar, like I said. And in addition, I think this just, like, Rooster Teeth came out with that warning that, you know, there were dark themes and you should watch it before you let your children watch it and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff come out. That was like after Volume 3, or like at the very end of Volume 3 or whatever. And to me, that means moving forward. And right now we're kind of on too much of like a positive streak for me, to where I think people are kind of getting into the idea that, you know, oh, they failed at Beacon, but now they're going to succeed in Haven. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to go kingdom to kingdom until everything is borderline unwinnable and all the forces and stuff are dwindled down, and it's basically like in Avatar, it got down to basically just the main team against, you know, all odds. I think that's what's going to happen for this show as well. I think it's going to basically come down to the major characters on Team RWBY and co, where it's going to be just them against Salem and pretty much everything. In terms of Atlas, I think you've got a struggle right now between Ironwood and Jacques, and I think Whitley will play a part There's 2 in there. I don't know that much, but I think the younger characters play major parts in this show. So I think he could potentially play a big part. And I think Ironwood might end up losing control of Atlas if Jacques can come. He's kind of waging war with Jacques right now, and I think that he's going to lose that because Jacques going to come up with some reason. Maybe the Fall of Haven will do it, and he'll be able to convince the council to let Jacques be in charge or something like that. I just feel like Atlas in some way is going to become bad. We know Haven is being run right now by somebody who is in cahoots with Salem. And in the First World War, it was Atlas. Well, it wasn't Atlas at the time, but it was the same thing as Atlas. It was Mantle and Mistral versus Vale and Vacuo. And I think that's going to repeat itself, and you're going to have basically like the Second World War. I don't remember what they called the war the first time through, but I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be any sort of like victories in this one. I think it's going to be actually worse than what happened in Vale. I think it's going to be significantly worse than what happened in Vale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where I would go with that. All right. Well, damn. You guys excited for Volume 5?
I am.
Oh yeah.
Been a while.
Gonna be lit, dude.
Not for you two. You guys pretty much just watched Volume 4. But
Yeah.
Joey, it's been a while.
It's been a long fucking time.
Oh man.
Better.
Supposedly, it should be more like picking it up like Volume 2 did in the original one. I hope that we start seeing more condensed storylines because the jumping around or whatever, so we barely move the whole. We move a bunch of stories a little bit, but we don't move the whole story very much. I hope that
Yeah.
doesn't happen so much. I hope we get a lot more story progression this volume. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Oh,
As
for sure.
usual.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, DarkStar Reacts. Check out Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, you could be watching Volume 5 reactions right now, as well as our reactions to the character shorts and all that good stuff. Go check that out. Until next time, I'm Anthony.
I'm Joey.
I'm Bree.
I'm Chris.
We are DarkStar. Thanks for watching, guys.